Mickey, I was surprised at how the market bounced back. I mean, it ended relatively flat, but it looked like it was going to be down significantly, about 0.5% for the week. What happened?
Well, the interesting part of the market was the NASDAQ. The tech stocks really got hit early this last week. We saw a rotation out of tech stocks into bank and energy stocks, which, we've had this rally this last couple weeks with tax reform that in some ways wasn't truly a rally. It was what we call a rotation, because a lot of money's still sitting in the sidelines. And what happens, you get traders and funds that will take profits off the table, like in tech, and move it into industries that aren't doing so well, the finance area. And also with the tax bill, it looks like that tech companies won't be benefit as much from the tax rules as much as the bank industry will. So that's why you kind of saw this shift in money. And at one point, the NASDAQ looked like, looking at the trend, is it going to break this short-term trend? Is there going to be issues? And then we saw some money come in, and maybe some of the money on the sidelines look at some of these stocks, the Amazon and Facebook, and say, hey, they've dropped 5-6%. Let's buy them because they had good earnings. They're good stocks, and now they bounced back. So back to your question, we did see some good resiliency in these stocks because we're still in an uptrend and earnings have been strong, and market people are still buyers.
I thought this week was actually a really good illustration of what you've been talking about, which is for investors like you and I to not react so quickly for that, because you're going to see institutions come in with maybe some cash on the sidelines and bounce back. And so was this really speaking to the idea about don't react on the first day of trading news? Wait, get some trends underneath you before you make a move.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this market we saw last week is this goes back to my old days as a trader, where guys that were sitting in there in the trenches trading day by day. This is what we would look at. But as investors, it's just noise. And when it smooths out, everything has gone back to the norm. So it is noise, and for investors, you don't look at it. But as traders, it was great because you could see what was going on, and then you saw opportunities. But everything's back where it should be, and we'll probably continue throughout the rest of the year into a Santa Claus rally.
Sounds good. I'll look forward to that. Okay, in the meantime, give me some perspective on this Bitcoin rally that I just don't understand. I mean, am I going to go like the Big Bang Theory a couple of weeks ago did, which go find my old laptop, see if I got a little Bitcoin, and then go to Tahiti? I mean, what's the deal?
Bitcoin's crazy. On last Wednesday and Thursday, it was up $7,000 from $12,000 at 1.19. Then to drop back down to 16 and close at 17,000. The big news is that it's going to start trading on one of the CME futures exchange and another exchange over the weekend. There's a lot of funds that are opening up with Bitcoin. There's some ETFs. Look, I can't get into what's good and what's bad about Bitcoin because, personally, I have a hard time understanding a currency without a government backing it. But I understand why people like it. I understand the technology is fantastic for Bitcoin. I think we're seeing this huge surge because of these futures exchange about what's going to happen. And this could be kind of a buy the rumor, sell the news. But Jim Cramer had a big thing about it today, that once these futures start trading, and there's going to be a lot of people shorting these futures. And I completely agree. And I think the volatility is going to get crazy the next couple weeks. I mean, if you're looking at buying Bitcoin because what you're seeing now, you're just taking a huge gamble. I mean, you might as well just roll the dice because we have no idea where it's going from here. Long term, who knows? But the next couple weeks, it's going to be volatile. And once these futures start trading, who knows what's going to happen? You just have to take a step back, let it settle in. And if you love Bitcoin, maybe you wait for a few weeks, let the futures trade, and then get back in. But it's been crazy. I mean, it's been absolutely crazy. And I mean, you think about it, if you sold something and took in Bitcoin at $19,000 and went to cash it 10 minutes later and it's at 16,000, that stinks. And that's what makes it hard. That's what makes it hard to value it as a currency because of this incredible volatility. Which, if you sell something for $19,000, you take the money to the bank, you deposit $19,000. So that's the hard part of truly looking at Bitcoin as a true currency.
I like your analogy about rolling the dice. I mean, I can't speak for any other investors. I don't mean to do that here, but for me personally, if I'm going to roll the dice, I might as well go to Vegas and, roll dice, because at least they give you free drinks while you're doing so. So if I'm gonna have that kind of luck, I might as well do so. All right, Mickey, I appreciate that perspective. In the meantime, before the Santa Claus rally, as you called it, there are going to be some folks that are really starting to look at 2018 again. Let's get your contact information out there so people can get a hold of you, ask those questions before the end of the year.
Yes, email me directly, Mickey, Mickey, at Envestim, ENVESTIM.com. Look at our Facebook page. Every day we do an update of the market. It's a quick 4 to 5 minute video, talk about what's going on in the market. Please check it out. And follow us on Twitter at Envestim1.
Mickey, thanks as always. We'll talk next week.
Thanks, David. See you then.